Good evening, good peoples. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How y'all doing this evening? Y'all know first thing first, gotta do a audio check and we gotta do a video check, and we can get right into it. So let me know if you would be so kind. Let me know that you can hear me and you can see me, and we can get this story started. And as always, hit the thumbs up as you come in. As a matter of fact, excuse me. All right. Yeah, if you can, for me, hit the thumbs up as you come in. All right. God is in control. Hey, love, how you doing? Good evening. Good evening. Jeannie, 2522. Good evening to you. Mimi, how you doing, my friend? Rio, how you doing, my love? Good evening to you. Tina Powers, what's going on, my friend? Carol Smith, thank you for sending me this. You say you stay about an hour away from this area. Ooh, man. Whew. Crazy. Put me first. Hey, babe, how you doing? I'm glad to see you. Let's see. Lisa, number 6. Good evening. Sandy, good evening to you. Opal, good evening to you. All right. Miranda came in earlier. She said she doing some things, so she might catch the replay. That's what replay for. You can't catch it live. All right. 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 All right, guys. Let's do it. Let's do it. Lily23, where you been, my friend? How you holding up, hon? I know you say you had some family issues going on. Hopefully you are okay. It's a pleasure to see you tonight as well. It's a pleasure to see you tonight as well. Guys, let me tell you something. I do everything in my power to share this and do this and that and third, and I just don't know what is going on with my notifications, okay? What the hell is really going on with my notifications? I don't know what else to do. I really don't. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna talk about this story right here. This story right here is scary. You know, out of all the stories I've done, man, I don't ever think I ever done anyone like this. All right, check it out. We have a 2-year-old that was left in an apartment with his dead mom body for 3 days. They say 3 days. Now, here's the meat and potatoes of the story. All right. The meat and potatoes of the story is the mom had a hunch, and this is what we talked about in one of my last streams about a woman intuition. And I say, men, don't be afraid to listen to women sometimes. Sometimes their intuition is right. That's why they say a woman intuition is stronger than a man. You know, I kind of agree with that to an extent, but I do agree with it. But they say a lot of times that a woman knows and a woman intuition is strong. The meat and potatoes of the story is the mom had an intuition about something was going on with her daughter. All right. She just felt something wasn't right. So she took a trip to her daughter's apartment, and Lord and behold, she was correct. Now, this is the story she's giving now. You know, some of y'all might say this sounds a little strange, but I don't know. Now, I guess there's many questions that factor into this as to why the mom felt something ain't right. All right. But the mom was correct. She said she went to the apartment and found her baby in the floor, shot dead. And if that don't sound crazy enough, here's even more crazy about this story. Said the baby was clean for 3 days. The baby was clean. No poop, no pee, no nothing. The baby was spick and span clean. So for what it sounds like, whoever did the dirty deed must have been take care of the child for those few days that was there. Now you tell me that shit ain't scary. Now you tell me that shit ain't scary. All right? Just hearing that alone. You go to your loved one house, your daughter or your son's house, and they laying dead in the floor, and the baby supposed to be left there for multiple days, and the baby's clean as a whistle. Nah, that's some crazy stuff right there. But anyway, guys, don't let me tell you. Let me let y'all hear it for yourself. All right.
Radcliffe mother is breaking her silence tonight as she searches for answers in the death of her daughter. She was found dead in her Newburgh apartment with her 2-year-old daughter by her side. WLKY's Minaj Kwangwari shares why the family is stopping at nothing to get justice.
Scrolling through pictures of her 23-year-old daughter, Kierra Stone Gonzalez.
This is her and her sister.
Gets harder with each passing day for mom Michelle Stone, but it's the only way to wipe away the image stuck in her head of her daughter lying on her apartment living room floor dead with a gunshot wound to the head.
Because I have so many questions. So many questions about to this person of why they took my daughter.
Stone was the one who found her last Wednesday at around noon. She made the drive from Radcliffe because she had a mother's hunch that her daughter was not okay. When she got to the apartment on Rangeland Road, she realized she was right.
Well, the first thing I noticed was her hands purple.
Then she heard the screams of Kierra's 2-year-old daughter. She was left inside the home right beside her mother's dead body.
That makes me question even more, how could you take her mother?
After the emotions wore off, Stone says she was left with more questions than answers. She says authorities told her her daughter had already been dead for 3 days when she was found.
They didn't kill my granddaughter. She didn't have any poop stains on her, no pee stains on her. No poop in the house, no pee stains in the house. So we knew that somebody had been there 3 days taking care of her with the mama. My question is, how could you take care of my granddaughter and not call the police when you seen that her mother was dead?
A question now LMPD is tasked with as an investigation is underway. But officers won't be the only ones searching for answers. Stone says she will be too, even if it's the last thing she does.
And she had a good heart. And she definitely didn't deserve what happened to her.
In Louisville, Minaj Kwangwari, WLKY News.
If you
Again, that's scary.
For 11 years, I have
that is
trusted
scary.
Bryant for my home comfort. That's
All right. Now look at ladies. I'm a man now. I'm not a woman. I'm a man. So I guess I have a couple of questions for you all. Or let's see if we can try to make sense of the situation. First things first, the question. And it's not saying anything bad about the mom, but y'all know how I do it over here. First thing first is we have to ask the question, what made mom have that hunch? Now, ladies, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. A lot of time when y'all have that hunch, it's because y'all probably haven't heard from your child in probably quite some time, right? Let's say maybe a week or a few days, depending on how often you talk to your child. The reason I'm asking that is because my mom say to me all the time, when she called, I'll call to check see you okay. You don't call and tell nobody. I mean, I don't call to tell you nothing. I mean, the way I look at it, I'm okay. But I get what she's saying, though. But since I'm a man, I just don't call my mom and say, hey, I'm all right. Call every day. I'm all right. I had a good day at work and I had a good lunch, had a good dinner, blah, 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 blah. I don't do that, let alone I don't even call my dad and do the same thing like that. I just don't, I just don't call and tell him I'm okay. If anything there was that fucked up with me, I would call one of you, but I get it. I'm her child. So she's going to say that. Okay, so the first question would be what gave mom the hunch that something was wrong? All right, could it be that? Then you got to think about another scenario that could have been that Kierra was involved with a abusive boyfriend and mom knew about it. And maybe Kierra did try to lead this dude, but I know how sometimes y'all ladies y'all try to lead these guys and you end up going back to him, which again, I'm a man. I don't understand why y'all do that, but I guess I had to be a female to understand why y'all do that, you know. But some of y'all be trying to get away from these abusive men or whatnot, or these stalkish men. But for some reason, you still choose to give them a second chance and sometimes a third chance. Okay, you do that, you know. And maybe mom had a speculation that whoever Kierra may have been dealing with, maybe this was an abusive boyfriend or something, and something told her, you know, I hope she ain't back mess with that dude again, you know, because I ain't heard from him, you know. I ain't heard from her in about a week. I ain't heard from her in a couple of days, and I know her and that dude been on rocky terms and whatnot, and I know she come to give this dude a chance, so, you know, something don't sound right, you know. Again, it's a mother's hunch and a mother's intuition. I think all mothers have it when it comes to their children, okay? So we had to ask something like that, you know, could it be an abusive boyfriend or maybe a fiance and something like that? Even though she may not say it in this story, but, you know, with me, you know, I had to question things like that, you know, to try to get an understanding of what possibly have happened here. Because somebody had to have access to her to do what they did. Amen? Y'all follow me now? In order for her to be shot and left a child alive like that, and the child was taken care of, you know, according to what's been put out there, the child been taken care of. I'm like that too, you know, for 3 days, no poop, no pee-pee, you know, no spoiled milk. And just like I seen when y'all say in the chat room, the baby had to eat, so somebody had to feed the baby too, you know. So somebody had access to this girl to get that close to her to do what they did. Now, again, by the signs of it, just a speculation, which all of this is just speculation till more details come out. But for what the sign up and put me first just said it, I was just going to say that. From the signs of it, sound like it may be a domestic violence situation. Amen? Amen? It sounds like it may be one of them situations, domestic violence. Okay? Now, we talked about jealousy in one of my last streams, you know. Jealousy is a motherfucker. It is. You know, a lot of us men play hard. Like, we don't get jealous about stuff, but we do. You know, we just kind of swallow our pride and just let the shit ride, though. But some of y'all, you know, y'all trying to make us jealous. I think y'all pushed the limit too far. But I'm not saying to give us a right to whoop your ass or anything like that, you know, unless we defended ourselves. I say that a lot. But just to get up and whoop a woman ass because I can, I never been an advocate for that, you know. But I am an advocate for men and women in defending yourself, okay? Don't put your hands on me. I won't put my hands on you, okay? All right? That's just been my thing. You know, a lot of people say they don't like to hear that because a man is stronger than a woman. Look here. I say this right here. A lot of women know men are stronger than them too. You know, so why poke the bear, so they say? Why do that, you know? But then again, now, a lot of these women ain't no punks now. They'll fight your ass back. For sure. No matter how bad you whoop their ass, they'll fight your ass back. Cause look, what they say on site, it's on. It's on and popping. It's on and popping, Jack. They'll fight your ass back. All right? So, it tickles me when I hear females say that. They be like, I fight females. Yeah, I fight them. And I fight dudes too. I'm like, ooh, I fight dudes too. Do something. Do something. No, ma'am. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything. All right? Good question, Donna. Good question. I was going to get to that next. Somehow the suspect or suspects, let's put s at the end. Somehow the suspect or suspects must have an inquiry or a hunch that the mom was coming by. Because that's strange too. The day the mom arrives at the house, nobody's there. All right, so let's talk about that real quick. if that is a possibility, could have been that the mom may have texted her and said that I'm coming over, and whoever the perpetrator or perpetrators saw their text message and got the hell on down. Okay? But please understand, all of this is speculation. We don't know the facts yet. But I'm guaranteed you, one of those things I've said or one of the things y'all said in the chat room is in the story. I guarantee it. Okay? So good call, Donna. That's a good one. All right? Good call, put me first. Domestic violence. It may be that. Good call. And I'm going to say good call to myself. All right? Because a lot of times, when I call these stories the way I call like that, a few things I do be right up in there about. I may not be right about everything, but I know a few things that I do be right about. And I think the only story I have done that I was correct about everything was Nevaeh Allen. I think I called this story right down the middle. And I think it's a couple more I did too. I think I called this story right down the middle. And everything I said about that woman and that dude, her brother came out and said that's what it was. That's exactly what it was. So I called this story right down the middle. Amen. I called it right down the middle. Frederick Blue, where you been, man? Long time, bro. How you been? All right. Yeah, Lisa Six, she was shot. She was shot, dear. She was shot. In the head. She was shot in the head. All right. And according to the story, the baby was not touched. The baby was not touched. All right. I'm going to play this one too. I think this one may be slightly different. I could be wrong, but I think it is slightly different. But not by much. But it's still worth the listen. Let's go.
And her sister.
Gets harder with each passing day for Mom Michelle Stone, but it's the only way to wipe away the image stuck in her head of her daughter lying on her apartment living room floor dead with a gunshot wound to the head.
Because I have so many questions. So many questions about to this person of why they took my daughter.
Stone was the one who found her last Wednesday at around noon. She made the drive from Radcliffe because she had a mother's hunch that her daughter was not okay. When she got to the apartment on Rangeland Road, she realized she was right.
Well, the first thing I noticed was her hands purple.
Then she heard the screams of Kierra's 2-year-old daughter. She was left in...
Now, I want y'all to hear some of what she said right there. And it could be something, it could be nothing. You know, when she talked about the hands, she said, listen to what she said. She caught, and it sounded like she caught herself. She said, when I saw her pants, sounded like she would say her pants, but then she said her hands was purple. Okay? So something had to happen when her hands were purple. I don't know if it come from what they call the rigor mortis or something like that, or it could have been, was it a fight? Could be a fight. I don't know. But I'm curious about that too. When she did that, you know, maybe it's just a mistake because, you know, I fuck up and slip up too. But it makes me wonder, though, was her pants down as well? You know, and the mom probably just can't say nothing about it right now because of the investigation going on. I don't know how many of y'all caught that hiccup right there, but I did. Like I said, it could be something or it could be nothing, you know. But when she said their hands, I like, makes me wonder, was her pants down? All right? It makes me wonder.
Right.
Well, the first thing I noticed was her hands.
Y'all heard her pants? And she cut it out right there. Like I said, could be something or it could be nothing.
Hands purple.
Then she heard the screams of Kierra's 2-year-old daughter. She was left inside the home right beside her mother's dead body.
That makes me question even more. How could you take her mother?
After the emotions wore off, Stone says she was left with more questions than answers. She says authorities told her her daughter had already been dead for 3 days when she was found.
They didn't kill my granddaughter. She didn't have any poop stains on her, no pee stains on her. No poop in the house, no pee stains in the house. So we knew that somebody had been there 3 days taking care of her with the mama. My question is, how could you take care of my granddaughter and not call the police when you seen that her mother was dead?
A question now LMPD is tasked with as an investigation is underway. But officers won't be the only ones searching for answers. Stone says she will be too, even if it's the last thing she does.
And she had a good heart. And she definitely didn't deserve what happened to her.
In Louisville, Minaj Kwangwari, WLKY News.
All right, guys, let's talk about it some more. Heartbreaking. My heart goes out to the mom. And I hope she see this, and hopefully I can get on the show. Hopefully she can get Miss Stone. I am an advocate. Want to be an advocate for your daughter and an advocate for your granddaughter. Thankfully, your granddaughter isn't dead, you know. But I do have a question for you, Miss Stone, if you don't mind me asking. With a lot of these stories, they don't say nothing about the baby daddy. Which would be another person that probably have access to her like that. And it is his daughter. So my question to you, Miss Stone, is, do you think that it may be the baby daddy? Just a question. Just a question. Because he will be another one that will probably have access to her like that. Because that's his child. All right? But then again, it all depends on how their relationship was as co-parents. All right? Was he in the child's life? Or did he come around when he wanted something? Or did things just go that bad that they just can't stand to be around each other? Or it could be a custody issue, which in this story, I highly doubt that's probably what it is. But then again, we done done a lot of stories over here that it turns out that it is custody issues, you know, that caused the demise of a lot of people, you know. So just something to think about, you know. And I ask you that question, Ms. Stone. Do you think it could be possibly the baby dad? And again, I hope you see this. And I pray I see you in the comment section, because that's how a lot of y'all be finding me. Y'all come in my comment section. So, or y'all find me on Facebook Messenger. So I hope somebody who do know you, they send this to you and you come in the comment section and let's talk. Let's talk. All right, let's talk. But as I just heard that, and then when she said, and then caught herself and said her hands was purple, which she could have been possibly trying to say purple. I don't know, nah, but the way she just got caught up, though, it sounded like she almost finna say her pants. That's what she finna say. All right? And maybe she can't say that. I don't know. Okay? So when I heard this one right here now, it makes me ask the question about the baby dad. All right? All right? Oh, yeah. Somebody said something about neighbors. Now, looking at where they stay at, you mean to tell me nobody heard no gunshot? If those the apartments or wherever they is where she stayed at, right there, nobody heard a gunshot? Or maybe could it be a possibility that maybe the assailant used a silencer? Y'all follow me? Maybe they used a silencer. Who knows? Or maybe they used something to muffle the sound of the gunshot. Who knows? Just thinking outside the box. Again, this is all the speculation. I have been wrong before. But just thinking outside the box. Nobody heard a gunshot. Nobody saw no strange person or persons coming out that apartment. Or is it the one of the things that we hear the most? Somebody said a pillow, yes, a pillow. Or could it be one of the things that we hear the most? The no snitching rule. Y'all follow me when I say that? Maybe it's a no snitching rule in the area. Just maybe. Maybe somebody's have seen something and there's no snitching rule. All right? So again, let me keep stressing it. All this just speculation. Could be true, could be half true, or couldn't be true at all. But however, though, I do agree with the mom. That is strange that a child been left that long in an apartment and don't have a pissy diaper or a shitty diaper or anything like that, let alone the child had to eat. That's wild right there. That's wild. All right? So I agree with her on that. Something ain't right about that. But also I'm sure the mom would agree with me. Somebody had access to that girl. Somebody had access to that girl to get to her like that. Or possibility could have been a stalker that's been following her, and he found his opportunity, and maybe he held her captive for a day or two or whatever, and did what he did. Let's not forget about that either. Let's not forget that either. Garland, what's going on? Man, I ain't seen you in a long time. What's really going on? Yeah, that too. Decomposing. That too. So we got three things we could look at. You know, somebody who's close to her that got access to her. Or could be possibly the baby daddy. Possibly. Or it could be somebody who was stalking her. All right. And this is why, you know, I got a thing against when that person sit up there lied on me talking about I'm stalking her. No, I don't do no shit like that. Don't put that on me, man. You got me fucked up. Don't put that on me. It ain't even that serious. No matter how bad I want you, it ain't even that serious. It really ain't. But just to make you feel good, to make you feel like you got it going on, you want to say I'm stalking you. Man, kiss my ass. I don't stalk nobody. Never have, never will. But it could be a possibility this is a stalker that we're talking about. All right? Y'all follow me? Y'all follow me so far with this story? You know, look like we all on the same page. Y'all follow me with everything what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody in the building tonight. You haven't please that thumbs up for your boy. And I think my man, the AFC podcast is live. Shout out to him. He always shout me out. Shout out to you, my brother. All right. Okay. All right, okay.